His grandfather suffered a congestive heart failure and lost consciousness. Ryan quickly dialed 911 from his cell phone. The call was answered by telecommunicator Angie Phillips. Ryan and Angie remained remarkably calm as they worked in concert together for a successful outcome. Ryan wasn't sure of their exact location, but his description of the landmarks helped Angie determine where they were. And she was effective and able to keep, again, Ryan calm and move the vehicle safely to a position where it could stop. She not only protected Ryan, but also his grandfather, but even bigger than that, all the other drivers were on the road that day. As they waited for the fire and the EMS units to arrive, Angie reassured Ryan that help was on the way. Ryan's grandfather was rushed to the hospital, where he underwent quadruple bypass surgery. Angie and Ryan's ability to stay calm and communicate clearly saved his grandfather's life, and 30 days later, he'd recovered enough to return home, just in time for Thanksgiving. When their family sat down for Thanksgiving meal last fall, they said grace by replaying the 911 call that saved Ryan's grandfather. And because the family wanted to listen to that angel named Angie one more time, please help me welcome both Angie and Ryan.
Accompanying Ryan Reed and Angie Phillips is Marty Kinder of Time Warner. Award sponsor, Time Warner.
I forgot to introduce Ryan's grandfather, Joe. Is he here? If he could please wave. Thank you.
This year's Citizen in Action Award recognizes a person who has shown a deep commitment to 911 education and awareness. Paul Nicholson's serious fall left him unconscious and sent him to the hospital. Paul Nicholson's son told him he was not sure what to do in an emergency. That conversation became a defining moment for Paul, and he has since dedicated countless hours and resources to educating children about 911. About 10 years ago, Paul began visiting kindergarten, first, and second grade classes and educating them about how and when to call 911 and what to tell the dispatcher. He organized an implementation of the 911 for Kids program in Eureka, California, and with his colleagues, purchased a 911 simulator for the community. In 2006, Paul estimated that he had taught approximately 2,500 kids how and when to call 911. That number has undoubtedly risen, as today Paul is booked 4 to 5 hours every week, visiting schools in Humboldt County and educating young children about 911. The story of Paul Nicholson is inspiring to all of us. He is a citizen leader who volunteers his time to teach kids and about 911. It is fitting that we honor Paul and his work tonight on the eve of National 911 Educational Month in April. Please join us in welcoming Paul Nicholson.
Accompanying Paul Nicholson is E9-1-1 Institute board member and silver sponsor, Angel Arocho of Comcast Communications. Award sponsor, Comcast.
It's tough enough to do this, but I got little Lucas back here just going crazy right here and behind me right there. So March 31st may be the only kickoff we see this year, depending on what happens with my boys in the NFL. We are hosting the launch of 2011 National 911 Education Month in April. This would be the first ever attempt to launch a national coordinated effort to educate children, seniors, and all citizens on the role that 911 plays to save lives and property. There are more than 6,000 PSAPs in the United States that receive more than 240 million 911 calls each year. We need to make sure that every call to 911 is necessary and that every child learns how to call 911 at the right time and occasion. I am proud to announce the first ever National 911 educational theme, the 911 Number to Know campaign. For the first time, all the major public safety communications organizations have come together to promote a national 911 education effort. We have created a website, www.know911.org, where any teacher, parent, citizen, or public safety official can access to find materials and ideas on how to promote 911 education. My friends and I are going to spend a lot of time in the month of April to promote 911 education, and I hope you will too. This should be the start of a year-long effort to educate people on 911. I invite everyone to visit 911.org. It is a resource page for educational materials as well as links to educational efforts for organizations like 911 for Kids, NINA, APCO, and companies that are doing their part to conduct 911 education. A placard has been placed on every seat here tonight. 911, the number to know, is a common tagline that the Coalition of 911 Education developed to help foster a national theme to promote 911 education. We want to encourage people to use this theme and customize it to their specific local message. Thank you.
Tim, as you know, in order to catch a ball, somebody has to be passing it. People need to know when it is the right time to dial 911 to receive the help they need. Only then can they expect to receive the help.
It's my man Lucas here. All right, Lucas, when do you call 911?
Only in emergencies.
Only an emergency. What else can you tell us about 911?
Don't do it for fun.
There you go.
Only do it in emergencies.
That's it. That's all you have to say? All right, let's give it up for Lucas. I also invite everyone here to join us at the park next to the Senate Russell Building on March 31st at 10:30 a.m. Unless it's snowing and all that kind of stuff they're talking about. We will be joined by local school children, public officials, and industry leaders to launch the National 911 Educational Month. Thank you very much.
Please welcome back to the stage E9-1-1 Institute Board Chairman and President of the National State 911 Administrators Association, Richard Taylor.
Whew. Has this not been great or what? Has not been? That really doesn't make good sense, does it? This is awesome. Give it a great big hand, really. Hearing all the stories tonight, it really warms your heart. And I tell you what, if it doesn't warm your heart, there's something really bad wrong with you. You need to get a little jolt from Tim Brown, I think. But for those of you that I had a chance to address earlier tonight, I'm going to repeat a story. My grandfather was a great storyteller, and for the 97 years that he was on this earth, I think I heard every one of his stories at least 97 times, because it seems like I heard them from the time I was born. But 8 years ago was our first 911 honors reception. And it was just that. It was a very intimate reception. About 50 of us were there that night, along with our co-chairs of the E9-1-1 caucus, Congresswoman Anna Eshoo, Congressman Shimka, Senator Burns, and then Senator Hillary Clinton were there for that very first honors reception, and it was a very warm night. It was a very warm feeling hearing the stories that we heard about 3 honorees. Since then, this very simple reception of a small group has grown to what is here before us tonight. And since 2003, we have honored hundreds of 911 professionals, both at the PSAP level and at the government level, and even those who are our citizens that we saw just a moment ago with our nationwide insurance guy. And that's just unreal, the people that get involved with 911. And it makes you feel good about what we're doing. It makes you feel good that we have such a great event once a year that we can honor each of those individuals. And to do that, we started out, as I said, in 2003, just a small group of us. It was a 911 Institute sponsored event that night. But just like 911, it takes a team to make it work from the beginning to the end. And that is exactly what we have built with the 911 Institute, is a team of partners who have come together, and through the years we have really worked hard, diligently, to just make this program a great program to honor all of our 911 heroes. And I do want to recognize our partners tonight, because it's them that have really, that's good English too. My Miss Disasway will really love me. That was my English teacher in high school. Anyway, she would really be on my case. But we want to honor those folks too for being great partners with the E9-1-1 Institute. Of course, everyone with the E9-1-1 Institute, we have to recognize those folks, the staff, as well as the board of directors. And all of those that are on the board, if you wouldn't mind, at least wave your hand or stand up so we can recognize you tonight. All the members of the E9-1-1 Institute. Another one of the great public safety organizations, the National Emergency Number Association, NENA, a great partner from the very beginning. Yay! Another public safety organization that has served right there with us all along is the Association of Public Safety Communication Officers, better known as ABCO. I would probably get a few rocks thrown at me if I don't mention my group, the National Association of State 911 Administrators. We're a small group. There's only 50 states, so that means our membership is limited to 50. But they have been a partner with the 911 Institute from the very beginning also. So please welcome and thank them, all the members of NASDA. A group that we heard from earlier tonight, the 911 Industry Alliance, has done a great deal in helping 911 and helping us with the 911 Gala. 911 9IA, 911IA, 9IA, ever how we want to say that, 9IA, 911 Industry Alliance. There you go. Give them a big hand. "911 for kids." What more can you say, Mr. Brown? They've done a great job. We're going to bring you to the Tar Heel State, see if you can move that football a little rounder and bounce that thing. And, you know, we got a problem in Kentucky. But anyway, 911 for Kids is a great partner with us. And also, our newest partner, the National Academies of Emergency Dispatch. Thank you for being a new member, a new partner. On behalf of all the partners, it's my pleasure to thank each of our honorees tonight for the work that you have done. Our small token of appreciation tonight is nowhere near our gratitude for all the work that you do each and every day, trying to protect our country, protect human life, protect property. And we thank you so much. Thank you. And sometimes you may think your job is thankless, but trust me, each and every one of us out there riding the highways and being a part of the life and the threads of America, we thank you for being there when we need you the most. And we thank you so much, and we're just proud that we can take these few moments tonight to honor you. There's another special group that we'd like to recognize tonight, because with all this work that goes on, and is this not a beautiful stage and setup tonight? Isn't this been great? It's awesome. And there's no way that we could do all this without some financial support, and we have got a great group of sponsors that we'd like to recognize tonight. First, our gold sponsor, AT&T, represented by Jim, new name, Bugle. Some of us know him as Jim Bugel, but AT&T is our gold sponsor tonight, and we thank you so much, Jim. Our silver sponsors, Comcast, Angel Aracho, and his fan club. Intrado, and Mary Boyd serves on the 911 Institute, and she's done a great job and was able to acquire some great sponsorship from Intrado this year, and we thank you for that, George Heinrichs. Telecommunication Systems, better known as TCS, and Tim Lorello. Thank you. And our last silver sponsor is Time Warner Cable, represented by Marty Kinder. Thank you, Time Warner. And then we have our bronze sponsors, CTIA and the CTIA Foundation. Go ahead. Yes, indeed. Bandwidth.com and 911 ETC. L. Robert Kimball and Associates. New Star. OnStar. Frequentis USA, Inc. T-Mobile. True Position. Verizon. Wiley Rain, LLP. Takes a lot of folks to put this on, doesn't it? We've got other sponsors also we'd like to recognize. Hogan Lovells, Mission Critical Partners, Rural Cellular Association, State Farm Insurance, Virginia chapter of ABCO, and Wilkerson, Barker, and Nauer. Please give all of our sponsors a great applause. There's a few other folks that we have to recognize tonight. First off, and I can't believe that I've skipped them on my list, but it's only because I'm trying to do this without glasses. I'm just, really vain about that thing. But I just happened to notice that I forgot to talk about the E9-1-1, new name, Next Generation 911 Caucus. And it's thank all of our congressmen and senators who are members of the caucus. Thank you for your vision. Thank you for your inspiration. Thank you for making 911 a national priority. And that is what has brought us here tonight. So thank you to all the members of the Next Generation 911 Caucus.